I actually got started working with truck drivers on the rehab side of things. So I am in the physical therapy field. I'm actually 6 months away from graduating with my doctorate of physical therapy degree. And it has been a long 6 years. And I was on clinical rotations last summer in Southern Missouri, which is, uh, it's home to a lot of trucking, and it's in the Midwest, and there's a lot that goes in and out, and there's a lot that starts there too. And I was working at an outpatient clinic and treating a truck driver who treated a ton of truck drivers, from work comp cases to just general injuries and stuff like this. But the one that stuck out and kind of it really inspired the trucking fitness company was a guy who just had a total knee replacement. He had been driving for 40 years. His knee's been bothering him for the last 20. And because he had to put, food on his family's table and keep a roof over their head, he didn't have time to go get the knee looked at. And he finally was able to because of the pandemic and everything. And so I was treating him. And, as all, I don't know if you've been to PT before, but, okay. Yeah. So,
Torture.
yeah, well, hey, we try not to, right?
Yeah.
But a common question we ask is, hey, what do you do for exercise, right? And he kind of looked at me straight in the face or straight in the eyes and said, I'm a trucker. We don't do that, right? And it was like one of those like really shocking things of like, oh, okay, wait, tell me, what do you mean by that, right? And I really got the opportunity to just kind of hear the good and the bad of the trucking industry, and hear just the stories of his career, and the how great trucking has been for him and his family, but also the downfalls and the disadvantages of being out on the road doing OTR for months to weeks at a time, and the schedule that they run, right? And I actually had a past company before that did health and wellness coaching, and I kind of had one of those light bulb moments when I was working with him, and I was just like, hey, what if there was a service that, sent you workouts that you could do on right to your phone every single day, and you could do them right in your truck? And it was just like one of those moments where, his eyes lit up and was like, I've never heard of anything like that. That would be awesome. I didn't think he didn't think it was possible to exercise on the road. And it was just one of those moments where you remember all of the details. You remember exactly what you were doing at that time. And it was just probably one of the biggest moments that just really inspired me to go. And, one thing that being in the medical field and kind of just my personality and everything is I really like the research and the statistics. So that night I went home, I started digging into some statistics on drivers' health. And, you see the statistics, and at you in the trucking industry probably already know them, but I didn't, being outside of it, and just seeing the fact that these drivers are not only sacrificing time away from their family, their well-being, at 85% of them are overweight, 1 in 7 have diabetes, but they're literally sacrificing years off their life to go and bring my Wheaties to Walmart, right?